Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is time to spin into the stillness. I'm Reverend Rob, and we are here for a bit of meditation this evening, as I'm sure you know. This is just a few moments that we take out of our day or that we make in our day to be with ourselves, to be with our deep self, to listen to that voice, the only voice that truly speaks the truth to us, and that voice that comes from deep within us. So we love to set an intention on our Wednesday evenings, and that can be just what you expect to uh, happen with you as part of this meditation. So that can be anything. That can be insight that you're seeking from your deeper self. That can be energy that you are trying to focus in a certain way. Or maybe you're seeking information from the world around you or insight as to what you should do about a problem or how to handle a situation or just how to be a better person today than you were yesterday. It can be anything. And that's the beauty of this experience. It's just a few moments that you can create, that you can focus yourself. You can focus those intentions. And most importantly, you can listen to you about what's best for you. So, of course, we use our beautiful deck of Star Codes Astro cards, and this deck is beautiful. It's just a prompt. It's like brainstorming with yourself. It is getting information or getting an idea or a prompt for an idea that allows you to shift a perspective or to gain a greater view of a situation. And with that information, take that with you into your meditation and flesh out the information that you're seeking, flesh out the answers or the insight that you are looking for. So let's start without further ado, and let's start by setting that intention. Now, I think it's a good thing to write it down because it is an affirmation of that intention. So you are simply giving your intention some sort of physical representation here on the earth plane. So you can speak it, of course, aloud if you'd like, or you can write it down on a little post-it note, and that again gives it voice. And of course, what I like to do is if you are writing this down, that you can hold it in your hand and send the energy this way so that I can gather that energy into another little slip of paper that says everyone's intentions. And then, as I would do if we were all in person and you were going to throw your intention into the fire so that it becomes stronger and more clear, I can do that by proxy by just writing everyone's intentions and throwing it into the fire that I'm going to have here. So let's do that. Let's just think of what our intention for tonight's meditation might be. And of course, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just your own prompt for you to help you focus yourself. So let's jot that down now, shall we? All right, so I've written mine down. Now I'm going to write everyone's down. which I've done right here, everyone's intentions. And so you can hold your intention in the palm of your hand and just kind of gently cling to it during meditation, and then send that energy this way so I can gather it in everyone's intentions on this little slip of paper. If you don't have a little slip of paper or a post-it note, that's fine too. You can maybe jot it down on your hand. Again, some sort of physical way that you can affirm this intention for this evening. And now let us gather more information, more insight to take with us into the stillness. And we're going to draw one card for the evening. And we're going to draw from the Star Codes Astro deck, which I love. I love how this deck is set up. I love the information that it gives. I love the artwork on the card, which the more I look at them, the more beautiful I think that they are. So I'm going to shuffle, and then we're going to draw the top card. I'm just going to take that top card right there so that you know I'm not reaching in. This card represents all of us, all of our individual intentions, with one card as the guidepost for our communal experience tonight, this meditation that we seek to do together. And again, we're together whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching the stream, because all of our energies are added into the meditation, into the recording, and it becomes strengthened and even more powerful. So let's do a little shuffle and then draw our card. All right. Now we may draw the card that we've had at another time. We've been using these cards for about 3 months. And you know what? That's just an affirmation of the message perhaps that we didn't complete from before, or it is a response to a new issue or situation that we find ourselves in. But no matter, we can draw the same card 10 weeks in a row, and our meditation would still be unique each time we do it. So I am ready to draw. I'm going to draw from the top, and that top is... Oh, all right. So we're going to hear what this one has to say. This is the... I invite you to... and I haven't shown you the card yet. I invite you to think about what your response is, your visceral response, how it feels to you inside when you see it, when you hear it, and think about how it addresses the intention that you've set, the situation that you are laying out for tonight's meditation. Because this card is a little different than they've been in the past, and the card is debilitated. And the message is discomfort. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we are debilitated or are experiencing discomfort, but we'll read more from the book. But it's more of a wake-up call to be aware of the things in our lives that are happening in response to whatever situation we are working with tonight, and how those experiences debilitate us or make us uncomfortable. Sometimes our discomfort is what guides us and what encourages us to move forward, to make other choices. So don't be fooled by the apparent uncomfortable message from the debilitation card. But let's see what the author, Heather Rowan Robbins, has to say about her card of debilitation and discomfort. And again, we're thinking about how it addresses the intention that we have set. If you put a well-organized city dweller deep in the wild woods, they'd be accidentally debilitated, out of their own element, and pushed to live up to their potential. They may be uncomfortable, but the situation offers a chance to stretch further and develop their soul. The same goes for a planet in a sign or placement that's awkward with its nature. For example, Mercury is the least mercurial when it's in Pisces, opposite the sign Virgo, which it rules. Here, Mercury can bestow a great mind, but in an intuitive, integrated, imaginative way, not a mind to escape in a purely intellectual pursuit. Our action for tonight. This time, you are the invaluable sidekick. This is not your game, but you have a lot to contribute nonetheless. And the long term benefits will be worth your efforts. Learn and listen rather than assert yourself and your opinions. Use your strength and leadership skills to support and center another person or project. Pass the ball to someone who is in a position to run with it. Back up a leader, do the work behind the scenes, and bolster the team. If you're not ready to do this work, you can pass the ball and leave the field. But consider redefining your idea of success. Stay here and you can grow the needed skills, expand your repertoire and contacts, and build up trust amongst others who can help you in the future. Everything you learn, all the contacts you make, prepare you for when it is your turn. Your challenge, our challenge, whether you're an artist among engineers or a linebacker among the ballerinas, you may struggle to apply your talents in this situation. In these moments, it's easy to slip into self-pity and self-doubt. The gift is you are being challenged to grow in ways you cannot predict. You are being asked to diversify, stretch, and strengthen your weak muscles. Only you can decide if it's time to take that challenge. But this experience also encourages you to love yourself in the quiet moments and to appreciate what you bring to the table, even when nobody else notices. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful interpretation. And this card that we've drawn is indicating to us to not become debilitated, not become limited by what we believe to be true, when in fact, whatever opportunity we are being presented offers the chance to, what did they say, strengthen and stretch ourselves. So we may even choose to become uncomfortable, to go into discomfort so that we can move out of that comfort zone, learn something new about ourselves, learn a new skill, learn a new way of being, or most importantly, a new way of relating that perhaps we hadn't thought of before. And it requires us to be just a little uncomfortable for that to happen. So I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying the encouragement to go out of our comfort zone, to be uncomfortable so that we are not debilitated. Because what happens when we go beyond that comfort zone? We learn more, we gain more skills, we gain strength we didn't have. In fact, the opposite of being debilitated is happening when this happens. We are expanding ourselves in a way to make us less stuck, to make us unstuck. So let's check it out with our inner selves and see if that works with that deep self. So let's meditate. Get comfortable. Find yourself in a position where you remain alert as you can. I know it's the end of the day or toward the end of the day, but as alert as you can so that you can align what you need to do to find out more about how you might make yourself a little less comfortable and become, in the process, a little less debilitated. Are you ready? So let's begin as we always do, and it's just by focusing on our breath. Let's inhale through our nose and hold and exhale through our mouth. And I didn't even show you the card yet, did I? So there it is. As I read, inhale again And exhale. One more deep breath. And exhale. And you can close your eyes here if you'd like, or you can keep your eye on the card for a bit. But let us return our breath to a natural space, natural state, natural pace. Inhaling. And exhaling at your own pace, but you want it to have the intention. Breathing steadily. And with every breath, we first relax our bodies. More and more relaxed. And I want us now to gently begin to imagine ourselves in a situation where we might be a little fish out of water, or at least we think we do. One that is accessible to our experience right now. Maybe it's at work. Maybe we've been assigned a task we aren't comfortable with. Maybe it's at home. We've been given a situation in our relationship with our children or our spouse, one that we have not been familiar with. And we feel and allow ourselves to feel that apprehension, that discomfort. Maybe we don't want to have a conversation, or we've been apprehensive about having a conversation with someone. Maybe we've been concerned about starting a project that we need to do more research on, or that we don't feel like we have become the expert with yet. Maybe we want to try something for fun that we've always envisioned ourselves doing. Maybe we want to go somewhere that is intriguing and adventurous, but also maybe a little scary. Because maybe it requires us to learn something new. Maybe we want to learn to play an instrument we haven't played before. But this is an experience that is accessible to our current, to our lives now. Something we've been thinking about that's been on our mind. Feel that apprehension. It's not a fear in a deep sense, in a primal way. But it is trepidation. And now we know we've been faced with this trepidation for a while, and tonight we are looking it right in the eye. And as we allow this apprehension or trepidation to move through us, we realize that perhaps we have been debilitated in some way from pursuing it strongly or fully. Maybe there are implications not just to the world around us for not moving forward, but maybe we realize that this is something that we want to overcome. This is a challenge that we asked for perhaps long, long ago. Maybe not even consciously. But this situation feels familiar. Our connection with it feels like a desire to deal with. And when we recognize that this is something that we actually want to face ourselves, we begin to understand that we in fact are not debilitated, because in fact we asked for this situation. We wanted to rise above the challenge, to expand ourselves in a way to strengthen muscles that perhaps we've never used before, or that we've allowed to atrophy because we've stopped using them. But the fact and the understanding that this is something that we have on some level been longing for makes us realize that we are not debilitated at all. In fact, we are empowered. Because we've trained our lives for this time. It is our game on. And we don't need to have learned all that we need to know or have developed the skill as an expert. All we need right now is the understanding that we can make this happen for ourselves. because we want to make this happen for ourselves. And as long as this has been our wish for us, then it is. Possible. It is the opportunity that we have been waiting for to grow and expand. And that apprehension or trepidation, of course, is natural because we are out of our comfort zone or about to leave that comfort zone. Knowing that doing what we can to move through, to learn, to strengthen and expand yields a most wonderful victory for us. We are not here in this situation to prove anything to anyone. Meeting this challenge is for our own strength, our own self-growth, in fact, no one may ever know that we have reached this achievement or faced this challenge. But we know, and we know that we chose this challenge for ourselves, and we are triumphant, ultimately triumphant, because failure is simply not an option. And the success as we define it is the success for consciously drawing this situation and facing it and addressing it and rising above it. That is the spark and inspiration and success that we have always known we would reach in this situation, and that we know we would have never reached without pushing ourselves out of the discomfort, out of the comfort zone. With the discomfort comes our triumph. And as we do each week, let us open ourselves to the souls that are joining us this evening or whenever they've joined this meditation. And let us take great comfort that together we all know that the trepidation or apprehension we are experiencing and facing our very personal and intimate challenge or situation. Well, that's just a natural experience. Your own challenge is your own, and yet I understand your apprehension, and we together will share in the triumph of meeting our own intimate individual challenge. And let's just, in this space where our bodies do not exist, let us imagine just giving each other a metaphorical thumbs up, a good job, a you can do it. Because as I meet my challenge, so I know you meet yours. And with the strength of community and the resolve of our individuality, let's enthusiastically begin to return to our physical bodies, knowing that the apprehension or trepidation, it's there because it is the discomfort that will ultimately take us beyond the discomfort. And so we find ourselves consciously noticing our breath, inhaling and exhaling fully. And we just become aware of that breath, allowing it to move through us as it has been doing. Inhaling and exhaling. Let us return completely to our bodies. The deep breath in quickly and exhale quickly. Another breath, inhale and exhale quickly. And one more breath. Exhale quickly. There we are. So we all have real life examples of how we have overcome, gone through, made it, and achieved or manifest what we've needed to. And so tonight's situation is beautifully unique because we've called it to us. We're going to get over it and triumph. We're going to make that speech, pick up that instrument, have that conversation. And we're going to go into it with that little bit of discomfort. And we're going to come out of it with a lot of triumph, knowing that we showed up and made the choice. So thank you so much. This is a challenging one to take ourselves beyond what we are comfortable with. It requires us to be aware of when we are too comfortable and when we don't want to become debilitated by that comfort. So, what's your thing? Share it with us. Share it if you can, or at least share how you felt when you faced this challenge. Let us know in the next week. Share how this experience each week has been going for you. Are you learning more? Are you growing more? Are you adding each meditation, each conversation with that deep self? Are you adding it to the strength? Are you seeing your progress as you move along? Would love to know about it. Please, please feel free to share. And now it is time to send the intentions out back into the universe. Here's my personal one. I'm going to use getting out of my comfort zone in order to find these things I seek. And this is everyone's intention. So let's just pretend that you're all walking up and throwing them into the flames yourself, but I've gathered them as a proxy. Here they go, which we love. There, you can see it. Let's bring it back over. All right, there it goes. And how do you feel? Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel excited? Let's check and see who is here. I know Kathleen and Sue are here. Hello, ladies. I love you. Thank you for being here, as always. Let's see who's on the socials, as we always do. And again, I oftentimes will check the socials just after I've signed off and find that I have missed a couple of you and failed to acknowledge you. And please, please forgive me if that happens. Please do. There's Monica. Hi, Monica. Many blessings to you in return. Thank you so much. Monica. Hi, Monica. Many blessings to you. And if you're joining us later, please let us know that you've listened, participated, gotten some insight, had a journey, overcome some discomfort in order to soar. So let's let our spirit soar. Thank you so much for being here. This is our last, isn't it? Yes, it is our last Wednesday in October when we meet next. Time goes so fast. It will be November 1st. What's in store for the rest of our autumn? I know it's been amazing for me. Hope it is for you. Have a beautiful autumn evening, and we'll see you next week for November. Good night.